hemp seed has higher percentage protein than a steak.
Wow. I'm Tony Fast, and my family's been blessed to be able to farm in Montana for over 100 years now. A lot has changed in those 100 years, and it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have and blessings from our Savior Jesus Christ. Morning, Windmill. He's back. Well, the spray plan is now done spraying the fungicide here on this durum at home. I marked a trial between Mavis Ace fungicide and Monsoon here. He dropped some toilet paper and left a flag on the road right here I picked up already when I put this in. But we'll take this to harvest, see which one gave us a little better bump in yield and worked better. And you wonder why we're spraying fungicides? Check this out. Mushrooms all over in the grass here. It's wet. Well, I am going to quickly run up north and look at that last wheat we sprayed. So this is one of the last wheat fields we seeded. We did not spray this for this wild oats. We just sprayed this with broadleaf herbicide, which you can see it just doing a fantastic job. Looks like we had some volunteer canola and stuff here that's dead. Kochia's burned off pretty good. That's not going to do anything anymore. But very, very nice looking crop. There is a little bit of leaf discoloration, and I think most of this is just from, that might be disease there, but a lot of it's from hitting the canola stubble that's standing here and just kind of has some marks on the leaves. But looks fantastic. It's a big wheat head. This stuff's growing a little bit since the last time I was up here. Getting tall. The male plants are doing their thing. Female plants are doing their thing. Stuff's gonna be maybe like this by the time it's done growing. Guess we'll see. Ben is here from Ind Hemp. He's the agronomist, I guess, that the company's hired to kind of keep an eye on all the fields. We're going to kind of go through some of the stuff. I've had a lot of questions from you guys on what we're doing with this crop, how we're going to harvest it, what all is going to be used, what the end game is for we're going to be getting hemp oil out of most of this, correct?
Yep. So yeah, this is, again, this is X59. It's a dual purpose seed and fiber variety. You know, we can get high quality seed off the crop as well as mid-grade fiber. As you can see here, it's July 7th today, so our males are out. They're about a week or so from actually shedding pollen. Our females are shorter, but they're starting off here too. I can pull up one of the females so you can see them up close. But the bud is just initiating. That bud is what's going to produce our seed. And from that seed, we're going to crush it. We're going to get hemp seed oil and hemp seed protein. The hemp seed oil is used pretty much anywhere you use olive oil, other low temperature, low burn point oils. The hemp seed protein, you can replace a lot of other pea protein sources. So for example,
careful, I grow peas.
Yep. Well, this is better than pea protein. So pea protein is good. Hemp seed protein is a complete protein.
Yep.
Where it shines the most is you can literally, it has the same amino acids as meat. In fact, hemp seed has higher percentage protein than a steak.
Wow.
The whole crop's can be harvested for the hemp seeds, but after that crop is harvested, direct cutted with a combine, we'll come into those windrows and probably bale it with one of your balers.
Yeah, we'll use a square baler, and fingers crossed it's gonna work.
Yep. It's been working so far, and I think no different here. I mean, we got a beautiful stand. It's still gonna grow another foot here as well. But once that seed is harvested off the crop, these fiber stems are going to be in a line in the windrow in the field. The baler will come up, bale it up, and that stem will be then taken. It'll be dried down and decorticated. There's two parts to this fiber, or I should say the hemp stalk. You've got the fiber, which, as you can see here, is that stringy bast fibers. These are very strong. Right now they're wet, but as soon as they dry down, it turns into the strongest.
Yep, you can't pull it
material.
apart by hand when it's
Not
dry.
at all. And then inside you've got, so you pull the fiber off, the bast fiber off the stem. Inside you've got your hurd. Your hurd is more like a, pithy.
It's kind of like styrofoam.
Right.
It's really like kind of porous, and
Yep.
and that's what they'll make like hempcrete out of, and
Correct.
different stuff like that, correct?
Yep. Mix it with calcium carbonate or lime, and they make that hempcrete.
Which is basically like a concrete replacement, right?
Yep. A very sustainable. It breathes better than concrete, so insulation factor is incredible.
Sure.
But these fibers, so the bast fibers that I was talking about before, they're a little too short to be turned into clothing and rope, things like that. But you can still make non-woven industrial materials out of it.
Okay.
For example, right now up in Canada, they're starting to make disposable wipes out of this fiber.
So
Since
it'd
it's
be like
durable.
rags or cloth and stuff
Cloth,
like that.
rags, things like that. Yep. There's so many, you can go on and on about how this bast fiber can be used or how the hurd can be used.
Yep.
People are making plywood out of it, making flooring where they press it with
Sure.
with a glue. So
Few settings on the combine need to be changed, like from our wheat, but as far as the most part, the combine that would cut some wheat crop will cut this. A few modifications, like you were saying, we got to shield some shafts and bearings just so they don't wrap things up, and keep an eye on our chopper that we're not catching a lot of stuff with that and making a mess of tangling that up. But yeah, it's a fast growing crop. Gophers, we got to make sure we get gophers out of it though.
oh yeah, animals love it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of deer hiding in it too, so there's critters out here.
Yeah.
What do you think, another month before it'll be harvested?
Yeah.
At least, maybe end of August?
Yeah, we still, even though it's a massive crop already, it's still got, I won't be surprised if it grew another foot.
Yeah.
And it could be, these female flowers will be the size of a football by the time harvest comes. So right now they're only, half an inch in length. They'll be growing up yay tall and packed full of seeds.
It's probably kind of determined on the weather. If it stays wet,
right.
they're not going to just keep on producing seed.
Yep.
It kind of is going to come to a point where they're indeterminate, aren't they? They'll keep on budding
Yep.
and sending flower and seeds. You kind of just have to decide, okay, we're going to cut it now because the bottom seeds are falling off the plant.
Exactly. Yeah, and sometimes that frost, like a hard killer frost, is what sets your clock. Like frost comes in, acts like a burn down. You come in 3-4 days later, and it's ready to go.
Probably the best case scenario we could have is if we had a variety that was shatter tolerant, that we could let it go till frost and let it dry itself that way, because we're gonna have to do some drying in the bin because we kind of cut it pretty wet.
Yep.
So, and it's an oil seed, so we have to get it down below 9 moisture. And when we raised it 2 years ago, it was like 17-18% moisture.
Yeah.
So it takes a while to get that dried down. We're gonna have to keep turning it, and that's one of the biggest challenges from the farm side of it. I think we're gonna have to deal with is a drying system. So, but cleaning the seed right off the field and getting any of the chaff and extra debris out will probably help us save that seed.
That's right.
So
yeah, I'd say your moisture when you cut is gonna be hard for a wheat farmer, especially for any wheat farmers watching this. Is when you go into your wheat, it's dry as a bone, crisp. You like to see it shatter out the back. This is going to be green even when you're cutting it, which is against, you know, every party who says no, but you know, anywhere from 10% to 20% moisture and you're ready to go.
Yep. And that's also the fiber is going to take a little time to cure out too in the windrow to bale, because we don't want to bale it up green.
Yeah.
Because it could have a threat of fire, just like hay. So I think last time we raised it, it sat for a week and then we baled it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So
that'd be a good time.
But yeah, let's go look at some more crops.
Sounds good.
So on this field, we had a hail alert today. That yesterday we had some potential hail, so we're just kind of checking it out. There's some stuff that's kinked over, some damages to some leaves here a little bit. But Ben kind of wanted to see how canola compares to hemp as far as taking weather. So
yeah, it looks pretty good. Hasn't knocked any over any stems or.
Not sure on how much hail was here, but between here and the hemp fields, there was 3.5 inches of rain in spots and hail for 30 minutes. So no wind, thankfully, but it did some crop damage. There's some wheat that doesn't have much of a stand left anymore between here and there. But here's a hole from hailstones. Well, the other canola, the Liberty Link canola, looks fine for hail. There was maybe a touch of it on the very west side, but that canola looks great, really filling in nice. That was a little bit of the concern when it was being sprayed, that we didn't have a great emergence, and heavy rain kind of was the cause of that when it was planted. But can't complain now, looking good. Tornado warning now though, that's cool. Another big round of thunderstorms coming in, and it's moving fast. So I am gonna get back home as soon as I can. Last time Ben was here, we had tornado warnings as well. I might make him stay home from now on, not come back. And yeah, tornadoes around here are pretty rare. Not in Kansas anymore.
Northeastern Montana, southeastern Petroleum County in northeastern Montana, western Roosevelt County in northeastern Montana, southern Valley County in northeastern Montana, Macomb County in northeastern Montana, northwestern Prairie County in northeastern Montana, northwestern Dawson County in northeastern.
They're not even getting the current storm warning finished before the next one's issued. This is a bad storm. And to summarize the weather alerts and warnings, 90-mile-per-hour winds are expected, large hail, quarter to $half size, and if you don't have a basement, you better start digging one. That didn't take long to get here. Hang in there, windmill. You know, to protect the chickens. Road grader should be fine. They'll stop it from blowing over. Well, that water disappeared in a hurry. And I'll check the rain gauge at just shy of an inch. That radar looked like it was going to absolutely dump on us. Well, it did, but not as much as I thought.